morning, Hydra Haley here with a raid Shadow Legends video, bringing positive, good vibes. This morning, kind of a little bit of rant. I know we've all heard enough about these Primal Shards that they just released here. This is pretty ridiculous. Just saying, doesn't make much sense. Doing some daily here. It's just, I don't know what their thought process was on this whole situation, but it's a bit ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. Had about enough of the crazies. Just had about enough of the crazies. Whatever. I'll take care of that. Is that speed? Absolutely not. Sell it. You suck. So, how's everyone doing today? I haven't done a video in a while. I just want to check in with folks here and see what's your opinion on this clan, the Hydra clash. Like 650 plus million on a Hydra to get, that's the Primal quartz, 30 to 75. To me, it's a joke. It's a freaking joke. You need 100 to obtain one. There's a range between 30 to 75. So they need 40. So you have to do it 3 times, which is enough people have already said. I've seen enough enough content creators discuss this, that if you gotta run 3, it's because they run for a week, 3 weeks to get one. And with the mercy counter, come on, Blarium. You're trying to maximize monetization. We get it. Everyone makes things to make money. They do that. That's their purpose, their focus. But at the same time, you would probably make more money if you would make it flat rates rather than $50 for 5 Primal Shards. Give people incentives, an absolute incentive that when they make the purchase, they're really going to get something back from it. They're not just going to get shafted with, well, I'm going to put money in this and I'm just going to roll the dice. If I was going to do that, I'd go play craps. I'd go to the casino and I'd just throw some dice. Because what I'm getting back is my money. There's no value. I mean, it's a game. You know, we all play video games. I mean, obviously, anyone playing Raid, we all play video games. But at the same time, like, there's no quality of anything that you're getting back. And, like, if you make a purchase, like you purchase a pack, that's what you're getting. You know, because the pack has a use. You pull a shard and then you want to give someone 0.5% of a chance of pulling the whole point of the shard. Pretty dumb. Pretty dumb. Just saying. My personal opinion, it should have been a Primal Shard. Shouldn't include rare champions. It probably shouldn't even include epic champions. Unless you're going to include epic champions that are measurable to the mythics. Like, the point of the shard was for mythics. Awesome. Maybe Primal Shards could share the same thing as, let's just go have a peek here, because I still have some on mine. Right here, check that out. What do we got? Prismium crystals? Maybe put them in a rotation. So there's only a group of champions that can be pulled from it. Minus the rares. Especially rares that you can get from farming campaign. Like, any champion that you can get free in the game should not be included in a specific shard, like in those big jars. I don't see a point. I know it's turning into a rant. It's just, I can't help it. It's just too stupid. Plarium, I know you're probably never going to listen to me. I wish that you would listen to the community on a vast scale, because a lot of people are pulling out of your game. They have no interest in continuing on with what you're doing. When you make that your focus, like, you're literally pushing everything out to get the free-to-play player out of the game. You know, I mean, I have a free-to-play account. I honestly have spent money. I'll be honest, I spent money in the game. I haven't spent money in a while because everything in the game continues to be a growing factor. Like, hey, pay us for this and we'll shaft you again. And I'm cool. So I will say this, I will not be cracking the Primal Shards personally. I will not be doing that at all. Yes, like I said, I will not be cracking a Primal Shard. I mean, I really don't see a point in cracking a Primal Shard unless there's a fusion event and the points are, you know, pretty outrageous, pretty awesome, you know, a worthwhile reward for cracking the shard. Other than that, I'm not doing anything until they give better options to get an abundance of them. Because essentially, if I'm going to crack them, my point of cracking is to get a mythic champion. I'm not going to stop playing the game because of it. I won't do that, but I will not spend money until they make it more feasible. I mean, there are packs that are worth the money. I've seen them, but I'll be honest, I don't have an interest in purchasing them because I know the minute that you do, you get, the more that you spend, the top tier chest that you get, and then every pack becomes $100, $50, $70. This is US dollar, but it's and that's what they do. Like, I've gone a drastic amount of time without spending any money in the game, and now some of my packs are $2, $3, and I still am not purchasing them because they've reduced what's included in it, which makes sense because it's a lot less. But I'm not with it. I really think that on a vast scale of the whales, and I'm not, and like it, there's so many people's right. It's like if you don't spend, like it pretty much is a mindset. Like, you don't have to spend money to progress through this game. Like, you can progress faster if you spend money. Like, that's a thing. You can do that, but you don't need to spend money to progress through the game. There's enough content creators that should show you that you can get to top tier. Like, I know there's some things in there, like tidbits, that I know not always included, but like some of the things that I know that you can do. If you have a clan that you're a part of, you start a free-to-play account, and you guys are killing, you're dropping Nightmare and hard and brutal and ultra Nightmare clan bosses. You can include yourself in those with a team, and if you can get a team to get minimal, I mean, the thing is you're going to get artifacts that you need to build a better team, to essentially achieve those higher level rewards much faster than you would if you tried to solo it on your own without being part of a clan. So there's that aspect of the game. So there's so many other ways to progress to without spending money. You don't have to be like, oh, I gotta buy this. Like, no, you really don't. Like, it's a choice. And I think if more of us focused on not giving them the money, the quantity of pay-to-play concept packages in the game, like availability of them, would drastically decrease. And they'd be like, okay, people aren't spending the money in the game, which could go one of two ways. They're either going to stop putting money into the game, stop focusing on it, or they're just going to make the game better, you know, find ways to make it awesome. So, I mean, which they have so far. Like, I'm with a lot of the content creators. I love the game. I'm a huge fan of the game. I mean, here it is. I literally just woke out of bed, got up out of bed, and the first thing I do is grab my phone and get on and start making sure that all my dailies are complete before I even start my day, essentially. So, like, it's, I mean, I definitely give thanks to the good Lord, the higher light upstairs. You know, that's a big thing with me. But essentially, one of the first tasks I accomplish is, while I'm doing my daily morning routine, is making sure my dailies are done. I don't get into everything, like all the faction keys and stuff like that, but I do try to get through my tag team arena, because that's... I keep getting on myself to get through to the top tier, because, you know, there are things in the bazaar, like we can get into that. Just as a general thesis for people. Oh my gosh, there's the packs. Like, let's do this. Alright, let's just go to arena. Tag. Now, I'm bronze 1, because I keep forgetting to do this. Like, I'll do it for like 3-4 weeks straight. Then I'll just fall off the bandwagon. I'm like, oh, I got busy, didn't do it. Then I drop all the way back down, because I'm not paying attention. So, let's get into the bazaar here, take a peek. Like, there's an ancient shard. 1200. I mean, it seems a little salty, but the thing is that you do 10 a day. You do 10 runs a day. It's not hard to obtain that, because you're going to get extra bar. You're going to get based on your tier. You're going to get tier level rewards. Like, you're always going to get that. You go up to here, you're going to get that. You're going to get, and you're just going to keep going. You get up here, as the rewards are much higher. I mean, granted, level 5 or level 4 gold is essentially, I guess some would say it's kind of obnoxious, but there's only 2,500 players, and you're going to have a pretty elite team to be there. You know, it's like Platinum Arena, essentially. But it also depends on how many people focus their energy on Tag Team Arena. But as we go back into here, you get up into gold. Like, this would be the silver realm of things. Like, there, you get a Void Shard, 15,000. I don't think it'd be that hard to obtain 15,000. You know, maintain it. I imagine it's going to be like this. You're going to be able to buy one every 7 days. So you buy one, you get it. But every week you're getting a new shard. Like, it's not free. Essentially, you have to play the game, but you get it for nothing. Like, you get it as a reward for actually just playing the game, which is awesome. You get up in here to gold. Look, you get a legendary skill tome. You get rank 5 chicken. Like, rank 5 chickens to me are awesome, because one of the things that I don't have a lot of time in my day to do is farm. Like, I run things on auto, but because I'm not making purchases in the game, I'm not buying a boatload of energy. I'm not having, like, all my gems have to be earned, which is 15 daily. You also earn it from doing daily. You earn it from doing daily stuff. Like, doing your dailies can actually participate. You get participation in most of the events if you focus some of it, like your extra energy, on specific dungeons or artifact enhancement, which essentially we should always be doing artifact enhancement to grow our teams, grow our champions, just to further ourselves in the game. So that's a big thing. I guess this is turning into more of a general gameplay thesis of how to get through this and still enjoy the game, the playability of the game, without being so frustrated and focused on solariums, like, trying to get in your pocket. Like, hey, we need an extra $10. Let's try to get it from him. Like, let's try to get it from her. Like, let's do this. Maybe this will get him. Like, gotcha. No, not buying it. Like, my willpower stronger than your motive. So, I mean, it looks nice. We appreciate the offer, but I think a hard pass. You know, a lot of people look at the content creators about, and I know people that say this. I've heard this stuff said personally from people that I know that I play the game with. They said, yeah, well, these content, they have all this money, blah, these sponsorships, and blah. I was like, yeah, but you said you also got to understand that they're showing you the possibilities of what can happen in the game. Like, they're running the new champions. They're showing you the valuability, like how valuable the new champions are, like what they can do. And if you didn't have those people, you would probably have no interest or any idea what to do in the game, and you'd just be running free solo missions and quitting because you don't have a direction. Like, if you would have had to fix something, you're like, well, how do I do this? You're part of Discord. But a lot of those people are content creators that are part of those things, and they pull their information from content creators. So, yeah, some of them seem as though they're whales. They do spend money in the game, but you can't bash them for it because that's one of the ways that they get their content. So, from the shard opening videos and stuff like that. But you don't need to do those things to have fun and enjoy the game. Like, so anyway, back to this here. We have, here's a sacred shard. There's legendary skill, though. There's a rank 5 chip. You get up into gold, right? Let's just say we get to level gold, the gold tier, the gold standard, if you will, of Tag Team Arena, and then we go back through everything that you can obtain. All right, so there's a legendary skill tome, probably one per week. I don't know, I'm not 100% sure on that, but probably one per week. There's a rank 5 chicken, probably the same thing, one rank 5 chicken per week. Now, if you would spend energy to rank up that chicken, rank up the chicken, to rank up your champion. Like, I seen something yesterday from a content creator, I'll have to go back and look at the video. He had an awesome point that he made, and I never looked at the game this way. I always funded the campaign. Now, you can double dip on your energy, the value. You get silver, you can level up your champions, and you can, for your masteries, farm Minotaur. Now, the Minotaur dungeon, this seems like, yeah, right, people, this isn't going to work. If you can build a champion that can solo run Minotaur, which I know there's plenty out there. I have a few legendaries that can, I'm almost positive that they could do it. I just have to redo their kit a little bit so they can gain health to level the playing field, essentially. Give a little more HP, a bit more crit rate, and definitely some more crit damage. But anyway, you can get a team, and I know the new champion just released, this Sun Hung, whatever his name is, the Monkey King. I'm just calling him what he is. So, that champion, for example, level 60, his masters would help for sure, let's just be honest. But one of the things you can do, and I've seen, and actually made a lot more sense to farm the Minotaur, was if you have champions that you're going to use, that you have ranked up to rank 5. They don't have to be rank 6. They don't have to be rank 6. They just have to be rank 5. And you start the process. You can do 5 and 6, rank 5 and 6. That's the thing. And farm Minotaur. You get 2 things. Okay? You get one, you're going to get the scrolls for the masteries. You're going to obtain those. right? And it essentially takes 2,100. He did the math on this. 2,100. This is not my numbers. He did the math. 2,100 energy to max out the masteries on one champion. Now, that seems like a lot. But if you think about it, it's 2,100 energy. You're getting the silver back for it. You're upgrading the champion by levels. By the time you're done with the masteries, you're going to have a maxed out champion that you didn't have to spend 800 gems on. So you don't have to waste your gems. You can use them for other things, essentially save them. Run Minotaur to max out your stuff. You're maxing out your champion levels, and you only do those champions that you're actually going to use, which is huge. I mean, me myself, I've been playing the game for 2 years. I don't have all the masteries for my champions. I don't. I'll be completely honest with you. I do not. And once I saw that, I'm like, man, I'm retarded. I've been using brews and stuff to max these people out. I could have been saving my brews for specific events, and that's the part that comes in to making strategic plays in the game, so that you see what you're identifying strategic plays to move through the game without spending a bunch of money or without spending any money. And that's one of the ways to do it. Get the biggest bang for your buck. Now, I'll be honest, the amount of XP that you're going to get for maxing it for a regging of a champion is definitely not, I don't believe it's going to be as much. I'm not 100% certain. I didn't see the numbers on it. Of course, I've never ran a champion in there that needed to be ranked up. So, let's get out of here. Let's go check out that shindig. Where are we here? Dungeon. Minotaur. Alright, I have enough energy to run one. Now I'm on level 15. It takes me a minute and 7 seconds to run one of these. Could be longer. I don't know the team I have in here right now. It's probably going to be a lot longer now. So I'm going to pull this guy out. I'm going to put Blam. He's up front. And I don't even have him built yet. Big Ugo is pretty crazy. Uko. 61. Alright, so Mountain King has his masteries maxed. Okay. I mean, he's a single target weapon. Dude's crazy. What is that? 50 maxed. Find someone that we can level up. See, I'm not even sure that this team will make it all the way through with be able to solo it. That's why I had the other ones up there. But Big Ugo is pretty nasty. We're gonna run one to try it here. Shitty thing is, I don't want them. I don't want them to have any. You know what? Let's do it this way. So the tavern. Let's find someone we want to rank up. You know what? Let's throw Husk in there. We'll just throw Husk in there. That works out. Yeah, I missed Husk. It's my fault. So. Froggy. There he is. There's the mountain king. There's the beast. Let's throw a ninja in there, I guess. No. Where is he? Where's Big Gook? There he is. Now we're just going to go back here. I need Husker team. So, let's just run one. See what happens. I don't know how long this is going to take. We're going to find out. See, his crit rate needs to go up higher. Crit damage needs to definitely be a thing. They should have been down by now. Which isn't a big deal. We can rebuild the thing to get it to happen. But Mountain King, you're hitting like a biznitch. Let's get with it. I mean, there's enough control here that it ain't gonna matter. There he is, showing up for the fight. This provoke thing ain't gonna matter much. Alright, so one of the other champions I like to have in here is a block revive dude, but the Monkey King, you definitely want to focus on these guys because once he kills them, he spreads the damage to the other. Work on the minions and then it hits Minotaur. If it's Minotaur, he's not going to kill him, so the damage is going to spread. But anyway. Obviously, this team's going to take a little bit longer. There's a chunk. That's what we're looking for. I really just want to see what Husk can do. Holy cow. I haven't used Mountain King in so long, I forgot how much damage he can actually do. I feel like he could have one-shotted him if I increased his crit damage immensely. So, let's work on that. Alright, so, as you see, Uko gets the thing. Yeah, 4,100 XP. I think what you get for brutal campaigns like 10. But, let's look at this in retrospect. You're getting 7,400 silver per run. Not a lot, right? We get it. That's pretty average for what you're getting in the other ones. Campaign. But you're getting additional things that you didn't have before. Number one, you're getting scrolls to max out your masteries, and a lot of masteries is what makes champions happen. Like the masteries can give you the extra push that you need to obtain the crit rate or crit damage or accuracy or HP or the damage dealing that you need to progress through a dungeon or through a boss. So masteries are huge. If you can obtain that freely, right? Why not? You know, it's a 1.5-minute run. It's not great, but for speed farming while you're sleeping or just do it on your spare time, like it's not that difficult to run through your energy. You know, I feel like that's a really good use of your energy. I mean, yeah, there's only one champion here to rank up to get all that stuff for, but every champion here I use on a regular basis. Mountain King I used to use in literally everything. The best thing for him is to max out his crit rate, and I mean, you definitely want him at 100% crit rate, and positive his attack is based on his HP, so as tanky as you could imagine. Like, take it to the max. 100 plus K HP, 7,000 attack. Why not? 200 to 300% crit damage and 100% crit rate. Doesn't do, I mean, he has a couple other things in his kit, but essentially you want him ignoring defense and just taking people out. Like, if his speed's through the roof with that much HP and damage, like, your people, the other team's not surviving because he's just going to run through all of his stuff. Like, his kit's built for damage. Like, it's nuts. He's actually a lot like his kid's name. He was the last kid, the fusion before. I personally didn't get him. Right there, Husk got some that time. But I imagine he also wanted up HP, like he went up XP. Because now he leveled up. So it was at level 41, he was at 40, he didn't level up last time. So, there we go. Yeah, so I would definitely say it's worth your time to do this. There's a little tidbit. Obviously, I don't have 2100 energy to run through the max out of champion right now, but every day you get energy, you earn. I think you can earn like 530 energy a day or something. I forget the exact number. But your dailies you get, just for logging in, you get an energy refill, which mine are 120, 130. And then you get, they give me 130 because 4 of them gives me 5 something. But anyway, so you have that, and then it automatically refills over time. So you have that going for you too. It will not continue to refill, obviously, if you're over your max levels. It's good to use it. But yeah, I this newfound information I'm definitely going to apply on a free to play level, and I really feel like it's gonna increase my levels in gameplay tenfold. I feel like that's definitely gonna happen. So thank you for watching. I know this has been an extended video, probably on 20-30 minutes already. I'm gonna jump off here and have a Daniel. Look at that. Boom. There's another one. He's almost maxed out too. So, there. You see, it's diversified. I do know for a fact that Mountain King will not get any because he is maxed. His master's in there. Duchess is not. Uko's not. Husk obviously is not. And, Glorious is not either. So, there it is. A little fun stuff for you. Tidbits get you into it. Anybody follow me, I know you should probably definitely check out Ash. Check out Scratch. Check out Hell Hades, he is an awesome site. Deadwood Jedi. Murder Inc. Who else? There's so many more I'm missing, and I apologize. But you all have MTG Jedi, I think, is another one. Deadwood Jedi, MTG Jedi. Anyway, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. If you like the video, please share it, subscribe, like it. That would, help with the algorithm. We do appreciate it. And thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful day.